present our keynote speaker, founding dean of the School of Social Work at the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. He has served in that capacity since 2021 and experienced the baptism by fire, so to speak, because what was happening in 2021, kids? It was a pandemic. He got the gig during COVID. So I'm sure he's getting like a big trophy. He's probably the biggest trophy here tonight, right, for getting that gig. His ongoing efforts have helped to integrate the School of Social Work into the university, local by national communities of the Rio Grande Valley, where he is positioning our School of Social Work to play a key role in promoting health, promoting equity efforts, and social justice efforts. And under his leadership, the School of Social Work is increasing the number of faculty and researchers in the school and expanding community-engaged research and scholarship in areas that impact the Rio Grande Valley or communities, strengthening educational efforts and initiatives, expanding clinical preparation, and the master's program, developing additional specializations, creating a bilingual master's program, for example, building a doctoral program. Dr. Torres-Hostos, his research focusing on health inequities in the area, social determinants of health, with a focus on minorities, or Hispanic community, also African American community. He's also worked on community engagement initiatives and in building community resilience. He serves on the board of directors of the American Red Cross South Texas chapter. He's also a member of the Rotary Club of Mission. Originally from Puerto Rico, Dr. Torres-Hostos holds a doctorate in clinical psychology from Fordham University in New York City and has over 30 years of clinical teaching, research, administrative experience. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Dr. Luis Torres-Hostos.
Thank you, Mr. Sanchez, for making me feel old. Good evening, buenas noches. As Mr. Sanchez just stated, I am the founding dean of the School of Social Work at the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, a position that I assumed actually August 1st, 2020, so smack in the middle of the pandemic. So, and I still don't think I have recovered. So, I am a wholehearted supporter of Hidalgo County Community Service Agency, its programs and its participants, and Mr. Longoria only has to say jump, and I say how high. So, it's a pleasure. Yes, let's give it up for them. I wouldn't have missed this for the world. It's an absolute honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the incredible achievements of the participants in the Access to Success program. This program represents so much more than professional development. It is a beacon of hope and opportunity for residents of Hidalgo County. It is proof that with the right support, resources, and determination, individuals can rise above their circumstances, however challenging they may be, and build a brighter future for themselves and for their families. Jaime was already referencing this a little bit, but let's take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to the Administration for Children and Families Office of Community Services, which funds the Community Service Block Grant Program. A truly transformative initiative, the Community Services Block Grant is a federally funded grant that provides funds to states, territories, and tribes to support services that alleviate the causes and conditions of poverty in under-resourced communities. And we have a lot of strengths in our communities in the Rio Grande Valley, but we are also one of the most under-resourced communities in the country. Through this program, tribes, territories, and over 1,000 local community action agencies, and I was honored to meet a bunch of them in Seattle a few months ago, provide services and activities like housing, nutrition, utility and transportation assistance, employment, education, and other income and asset building services, crisis and emergency services, and community asset building initiatives, among others. Over 9 million people across the country are served every year by these grants. I'm going to say that again. Over 9 million people are served by these programs throughout the United States. Through their vision and commitment to empowering communities, these programs have laid the foundation for countless success stories, like the ones we celebrate tonight. To the staff and leadership of Hidalgo County Community Service Agency, and to the organizers, mentors, and instructors who have poured your time and expertise into this program, thank you. Your dedication is nothing short of inspiring. And of course, to the families and loved ones who have supported our participants every step of the way, thank you for being their unwavering pillars of strength. And to the participants that are sitting here today, I want you to take a moment and reflect on your journey to tonight. You, nobody else but you, made a decision to change the trajectory of your life. And I know very well that that decision was not an easy one. I stand before you today as an academic dean with a very successful career. You heard some of the highlights in those bios that we send out. But I also want to share with you a little bit about my family's own struggles with poverty. From not having enough money to put food on the table or to keep a roof over our heads, to the stigma and shame that often accompanies us in our journey through poverty. My mother, may she rest in peace, was a widow with 3 children at the age of 24, and I was the oldest of the 3. I remember her struggles to hold down multiple jobs and still not be able to make ends meet. I remember the look of other people in the supermarket line when she opened up the books of food stamps before there were cards that you could swipe. Remember the Monopoly money that came clipped in these little booklets? Which I later understood to be a look of judgment. As a child, I didn't understand what those looks meant. As an adult, I understood that they were thinking, why is this young woman who can clearly work on food stamps? If only they had known how much and how hard she was working. I remember bouts of homelessness, spending the night in one relative's house or another, sleeping 2 or 3 of us on a couch. And my mother was just the latest in her family to be mired in the cycles of poverty. We didn't have it as bad as some of my uncles and aunts and their kids. Of course, like many of us, throughout all of that, I didn't know that we were poor. Everybody else around us was in the same boat. With my mother's encouragement, my sisters and I took a step to pursue education as a way to end the cycle of poverty. We chose to invest in ourselves so that our children, we have a 20-year-old daughter, could have a different life. Not a better life, because I still have very fond memories of my childhood despite all the need that we experienced, but certainly a life of less sacrifice, more satisfaction, and more certainty. In that same way, you took a courageous step to invest in yourselves, to learn, to grow, and to challenge the barriers that may have once seemed insurmountable. And that is no small feat. It takes courage, resilience, determination to face those challenges head on, and you've done exactly that. It also takes people to believe in you, to sometimes push you, sometimes gently and sometimes not so gently, and to sometimes pull you along, to believe in you when you're feeling down and out, when in your darkest moments you think about quitting. You think about going back to old habits that you know are not going to help you, but they feel comfortable. This program was designed with one goal in mind: to empower individuals with the tools and skills that they need to achieve self-sufficiency. And you've done that. But you have done so much more than that. You have proven that success is not defined by where you start, but where you're determined to go. Each of you that we celebrate tonight has written a new chapter in your story, a chapter that is filled with hope, with hard work, and yes, with triumph. I'm reminded of the words of Nelson Mandela, who went from decades in a South African prison under the apartheid regime to being the first black president of South Africa. Nelson Mandela said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." There may have been moments in your journey when the path forward seemed unclear, when doubts crept in, or when the obstacles felt overwhelming. But look at you now. You didn't just overcome those challenges, you conquered them. You turned impossible into done. And that is a testament to your strength and your determination. But this celebration tonight is not just about what you've accomplished so far. It is also about what lies ahead. The skills that you've gained, the certifications that you have earned, and the confidence that you've built are your keys to unlocking new doors. Doors to careers that will provide stability and growth. Doors to opportunities that once seemed out of reach. Doors to a future where your dreams can become reality. And as you move forward, know this: your success is not just your own. It ripples out into your families, your communities, and beyond. By breaking the cycle of poverty, you are creating a legacy of empowerment. You're showing others what's possible when determination meets opportunity. You are inspiring others to take that first step towards their own transformation. So to those of you here tonight who may still be considering whether they have what it takes to join this program, let today's celebration serve as your answer. The participants that we celebrate tonight are living proof that change is possible, that growth is achievable, and that success is within reach. This program is not just about employment. It's about creating a foundation for a life of dignity, a life of purpose, and self-reliance. And if they can do it, if we can do it, so can you. As I close my remarks tonight, I want to leave you with this thought. The journey does not end here. This is a milestone, absolutely, and a very important one. It is also a launching pad. Continue to push forward. Continue to dream big. Continue to invest in yourself and your future. And remember that you're never alone in this journey. You have an entire community that believes in you and supports you every step of the way. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Today we celebrate your hard work, your resilience, and your success. But most importantly, we celebrate the bright and promising future that you are creating. Thank you for inspiring us all.